Hi guys, Twinkle here. So welcome to Lisa's logs. Now, Lisa's logs are really hard to find in general. These are the ones I could find. Log 1. So I hear that Greg was doing log entries and I wanted to be on board with this. It sounds fun. So as of now, we're getting our equipment ready. Nothing much happening at the moment. Greg is acting really weird, saying that the brain parasites aren't the cause of the deaths of the victims. We all know it was that, but I'm intrigued on the possibility of finding someone or something out of place in this area. We haven't found much here at the SSA, but we will strive to find anything supernatural. Okay, so the SSA actually hasn't found much in general, so I'm guessing like they haven't been open that long, or if they have, they just haven't been very successful at finding anything supernatural. And if you notice, she doesn't sound like really professional. Out of place in this area. We haven't found much of the having the moment is acting really weird, saying that the brains aren't the cause of the deaths for the victims. That is true. I don't know why. This is in July, but something tells me this takes place like, although this is like log entry 1, it seems like she does it like a couple of times, like a couple of days after Grace started his one. But again, for some reason, you'd assume Lisa would believe Greg. I mean, I don't know, I just felt like maybe she'd believe Greg. Greg is acting weird, saying the brain parasites aren't the cause of the deaths of the victims. But B, we all know it was that. We what? But we all know it was that. What do you mean we all know it was that? Who knew it was what? Who you were referring to? And Lisa, you have the worst spelling in the world, woman. I'm sorry, it's just the fact that's annoying. But we will strive to find anything supernatural. So Lisa shows in this very first arc the log from her. She's excited. She's ready to go. She's, doesn't believe anything Greg's telling her. It's the brain parasite, believing all that stuff. And, she's determined to find anything supernatural. So she's positive at the start, at least. But not as professional as Greg. I originally thought Lisa was more professional, but compared her log to Greg's articles are actually more professional sounding, whereas on the phone he wasn't as professional sounding. But of course, afterwards in like the remastered demo, Greg does actually sound more professional. I haven't heard Lisa's, newer one, but I'm assuming possibly Lisa might be a bit younger than Greg. Either that or she's like that personality, But she possibly is younger than Greg. The way she talks suggests to me she might possibly be a bit younger than Greg. Maybe she hasn't worked for the company as long as Greg has, but she has been there for quite a while. But they haven't had much experience, apparently, in the field with anything supernatural, so this is probably their first confrontation with anything of the supernatural kind. And that would explain with the way they react later on with distorted the face. That's why they weren't really prepared. Okay. Next log from Lisa is this one. For log 3. Again, I couldn't find log 2. I tried looking everywhere. I could not find the damn thing. I don't know what happened. Anyway, Greg and I split after we found a sign painted by someone that said abandoned by Disney. I think they spelled Disney. But it was very smudged to the point where I just couldn't read it anymore. Oddly enough, Greg said different. In his article, he said that they found a sign that said Disney. He said it was smudged, but he didn't say much about the spelling. Couldn't read anymore. Anyway, though, I took Henry with me to go search for something. Okay. And what we found was a tourist attraction called Pirate's Cavern. I guess he lives up to the treasure island name with its cheesy 1970 themes, but hey, I only watched the movie, so not much to say here. Now, of course, this is already alarming. Pirate's Cavern is, of course, where I know for a fact Henry drops his camera. But the thing is, Pirate's Cavern is also where a lot of the trouble seems to be coming from. Stuff is left all over the floor in Pirate's Cavern. Whatever happened that day back whenever this place, shut down suddenly. And obviously, oddly enough, the face has amputated legs. But whatever happened, there were bags everywhere. Clearly, people left that area in Pirate's Cavern very quickly. They didn't want to stay around for it. Oddly enough, the thing in the menu suggests as well, there was an accident there, something happened. But also, that seems to be where the more, hostile of the characters seems to reside is in Pirate's Cavern. I know something would suggest they would, because they're not like limited by the rooms they go in. They got more range, and we know that the Undying hangs about in there. It's just not a place you want to go. But okay, it's not really explained why she took Henry, but I took Henry with me. Instead of having Henry go with Greg, she took Henry. Okay, so she decided to take him. And I could tell, obviously, he's an intern. She's much younger than Greg. They haven't had much experience. This is not looking good. Not at all. And things are about to get a little bit worse with the next log. Okay, so log 5. Greg is probably lost. We have out little walkie-talkies with us, so if we can just point out hotspots to go to. They're not called walkie-talkies. Greg is probably lost. We have out little walkie-talkies with us. Why is she putting out instead we have our little walkie-talkies with us? So if we can just point out hotspots to go to. Shouldn't that be like an EMF reader or something? And apparently, Henry's left the camera down in Pirate's Cavern. We just got out of there, but now we have to go back. But we can't be hard an intern. This is a new experience. Well, better get going to find that thing. This is why Henry goes missing. Henry goes to find the camera he left in Pirate's Cavern, and this is why he gets murdered or something bad happens to him. This is why it happened. Henry happens conveniently to lose his camera. Why? But of course, they need to get the thing. Instead of saying camera, saying it again, Lisa is slightly annoyed, you can tell, but you can't be hard on the intern. This is a learning experience. Well, better get going to find that thing. Because every bit of evidence is important. I mean, they can't lose equipment. They need to bring it back with them. And this is where how this is about to end. With the next article. Well, log in Lisa's case. Log 6. We lost Henry. I feel so stupid. I turned my back for me, and he left out of nowhere. I'm scared. That suit with the eyes, it melted, and the head looked like a human skull. It was shaped like it. I swear that it did. What? Lisa is making no coherent sense at all. She's terrified. She's not being helpful at all. What does she mean, we lost Henry? Excuse me, love. You were the one with Henry last. Thus, Greg was not responsible for losing Henry. That was your doing because you were responsible for him. You are clearly scared, but the thing is, you are part of the SSA. I mean, you are supposed to be trained to deal with the situation. It was melted, and the head looked like a human skull. Thank you, I'm not the only one that thought of it. It was shaped like something. Greg, oddly enough, was able to describe what color the eyes were, meaning he was closer to the thing. He probably had it up in his face. She was terrified. She was not coping well. Meaning she probably has no intention at all to ever return to the island. That's why Lisa does not talk about Henry. She doesn't want to go back there ever, never again. That is why she never once mentions the intern, or at least that's what I believe it is. The fact that she does not even want to go back there is because she knows. But it still doesn't explain why she knows more about the suits than Greg. These are the only logs I could find for Lisa, and none of them suggests she met Oswald, she met Phone Negative. The only thing she met was the face. Distorted. Him. And neither her nor Greg mention it to Jake. So yeah, guys, that was all the logs I could actually find for her at the moment. I'm going to try and keep looking and try and find more, but that's all I could track for her. If you guys find anything, let me know. But honestly, that is all I can find for her. She's definitely not very professional. She sounds professional on the phone, but she clearly isn't. They haven't had an encounter with supernatural beings before. This is the first time. And apparently, she breaks down. Okay, the thing's got human eyes. Why don't you just pretend they were plastic? It was crawling. It honestly couldn't run. You could easily step over him and go find Henry. But again, she doesn't mention the blood trail at all. She just said, I'm scared. That suit with the eyes. It was melted and the head looked like a human skull. It was shaped like it. I could swear that it did. We mean it was shaped like it. What? I could swear that it did. That it killed Henry? That it took his head? What are you trying to say, woman? You're not being helpful, Lisa. In fact, you're being very incoherent. You're not giving me much to go on, only the fact that it's a human skull. Are you trying to say that that thing took Henry's head? Again, I honestly don't see how he could get upright enough to grab the head unless Henry fell over. But again, after that, I can't find any more logs. No more logs for Lisa. I can't find any more to do with her at all. I have to keep searching, so I will be back bringing more logs once I find more of the missing logs of Lisa. She doesn't seem to keep a record as much. She was only supposed to keep a record only when they actually find stuff, and that's what she does. She doesn't keep a full documentation like Greg does. You know what? She stopped. There was no mention of what happened afterwards. Literally, I can't find anything. We'll just keep having a look, and if I find anything more, I'll add to it. And then... Hey, it's Twinkle here. So, understanding till about the end of the video, what you're about to watch as well is another video which is to do with me talking about what I read in the logs and the backstory and Greg's articles. In that, of course, I don't mention, Lisa's feelings and everything because I only recently found some of the extra logs, which were these ones. I don't know what Lisa feels for Henry. I guess she kind of worried about him, but there's no way she's near as worried as Greg. I don't know. She's terrified. Obviously, we can clearly tell Greg just doesn't want to get sued for all this. I don't know what to make of it. Either way, that was all I could find for her right now. I don't know. Well, she's definitely not professional. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, guys, more bits will be up. If not, they'll be up tomorrow. And Dandelion is going to be up first because I actually have 3 videos ready to go. And of course, we'll be looking at more like this. And also, I wanted to bring you guys a little bit of news. Purity Sinner has announced up on the Wikipedia, which she didn't actually announce. She commented on another video on comment, sorry, not video, that the next update we will be seeing bug fixes, new characters, new knights. We already knew that was coming. But she'll be doing a tester video showing you some of the gameplay. I don't know when she's doing it, and I don't know when we will see the updated version of the demo yet. I don't know. But she's doing an updated test run of it. I don't know when though. Once she does, obviously I'll let you guys know, and I will post a link to it in one of the descriptions of the videos, and yeah. I don't know what else to add. You guys, I do hope you enjoyed. As I said, not all of my videos will be about gameplays or videos. It's going to be me talking about the plots and stories and everything. What do you think about Lisa? She honestly wasn't very professional in all of that. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, guys, more videos coming up. If not, they'll be up tomorrow. And yeah, good night. And welcome to everyone who's new. Financial Treasure Channel is a regular thing on my channel, which I do. I do also do finance of Freddy's, but I haven't done that in a while due to the fact I often get finance of Freddy stuff wrong, and it results in people getting really angry at me and not being very friendly or nice. when I do other gameplays. But currently, right now, tomorrow, I'm going to try to get a couple of videos up for the girls because, you know, I have been lagging in the dandelion and we're very close to finishing TGsEE's route, so I'll try to get at least 3 videos up for you guys tomorrow. So subscribe for dandelion, and they're going to be for TGsEE's route, since quite a lot of people seem to watch his route. And, of course, Finding a Treasure Island is going to be back, plus much more. And you guys, bye-bye! See you in the next video!